Little sip of bourbon there. Gotta finish off a drink. And then I'm gonna open up another one. What's going on? Well, so if you don't know my guy, Lockpicking Hippie, one of my earliest favorite channels. What's up? Rock Out With You Lockout, Elijah Carney. I am doing a live entry for Lockpicking Hippie. That's my boy. That's our guy. We love that cat. So that's what we're doing here. Figured why not? Jump in and do it, right? Cheers to you, my brothers. So what we have to do, Swamp. What's up, Swamp? What we have to do for Lockpicking Hippie's challenge is open 2 locks 2 different ways. Talk about our favorite locks. So technically, that's my favorite lock. Although it's technically because it's paired. It's paired up with that lock. And that's because my guy DP Locksport sent those to me. And what he did was take the bitting of this lock and key it up to match challenge lock. So I got a pair of locks as my favorite. And that's the 2 I'm going to do. Try to pick this one and try to rake that one. Just kind of antithetical to how we operate in Locksport. I should be raking the padlock and picking the challenge lock, but I don't get to rake a lot of challenge locks unless they belong to me or the maker specifically says they want me to try to rake it. I do not do it because people that make these challenge locks put a lot of work into them. And I don't have the skill to repair it if I fuck it up. So, and I don't want to disrespect the work they put into it, you know. It's a single pin pick game. As much as I'm a raker, I don't have to make everything about raking, you know. Sometimes it's about picking. God damn, this lock's gonna fucking destroy me. I'm gonna tell you off camera. Do I eat them? Some of them. The master locks. Oh, there we go. There's a nice little single pin pick. Favorite lock. A Tudius. Pinched body. Elzit. And then keyed to the same. It's an Elzit cylinder, Euro cylinder. It's keyed to match. So we're gonna try to get in this. Zoom in a little bit. See if we can get in there. False sit. I'm betting it's the first pin. So we're going to flip around. We're going to try to pick that pin. Oh, no. All right, let's reset. Why not? What branch of military did he join? Banana Boy, 69. See, I feel like it's another 1 pin. Yeah, see? There we go. A little hybrid pick. So, hippie, we have my favorite lock, which is a paired set. And we have single pin picked one, hybrid picked the other. That's what we came to do. Alright, but let's not quit there. Do a little more picking. Jump in on this pack lock. I'm gonna do locks that mean something to me, locks that are important to me, since the theme was your favorite lock, so it's kind of my favorite locks from here on out. This is a picking time, which used to be a live show that was on every Saturday. Lady Locks, the the famous Lady Locks. Brand ambassador to Covert Instruments, and just queen in the lock sport community. That was her show, and that's a piece of lock sport history right there that somebody let me borrow. A transparent eyeball photo. Oh, Texas Rebel, what's going on, brother? Nice to see you here. Air Force. Oh, that's our. I mean, look, if you're gonna worry about somebody that's, a relative or a loved one that's in the military, no offense, no disrespect, I mean, to the Air Force or anything like that, but you have less worry about your loved ones in that branch, is all I'm saying. God bless the branch. We do, I have a veteran group, actually, a Locksport pickers. We try to support and give a little community to. God damn, what's going on with this fucking thing? All right, let me go bottom of the QA. So we got a little vet group. We try to just give them a little community, support their lock habit, some picks, some locks, some other stuff. But big supporter of vets, and well, I don't know. I say in this, and I should know this because we have a couple active service guys in the group, and I say vets, but every time I say vets, I think that's like out of service guys. And when I refer to the guys that are active service, I always say active service. I don't know if I'm saying that wrong. Chair Force. Oh, I'm not allowed to buy guns. So if I can come over to your house and use your 50 caliber, I'm all for it. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. Nice thing about these pack locks, they got a powerful pop. Pop! They pop open. Like I said, the picking time pack lock, it's on loan. Part of history. I feel very happy I was able to get a chance at that. All right, what are we going to do here? An LL, which just reminds me of Laverne from Laverne and Shirley. If you're old enough to know, she sewed an L onto every shirt she had. I grew up on that shit. Her favorite drink was a mixture of Pepsi and milk, I think. Active duty. Yeah, and that's how I feel about it. Yeah, thank you. Although I use the word vet to kind of cover everybody in the group, or every military dude involved. But I do try to be cognizant of giving everybody their specific description. I ain't trying to lump you all together, is what I'm saying. Wow, that's crazy, dude. How do you have that? A Panzer tank? That's pretty fucking dope. I can't get shit. I'm not even touching pins. I don't know what's going on in the goddamn lock. This is a pretty easy. I should, like, this is how easy the lock is. Well, it should be. I should have zipped it open already. Well, nice. God damn. Alright. Let's go be okay. Oh, and why is this one of my favorite locks? So we have he's a bit of an older gentleman, but he's sharp as hell. Been around, he's done a lot. His name's Jack Fox, and he sent a bunch of locks and picks and stuff to help start my vet group, Mid-Made Lock Sport. And this is one of the ones he sent. This is one of the ones I kept around. I've sent most of what he sent. I've sent off to my vets, but I just love the double L. So I also like occasionally meet up with people and teach new people how to pick. So it's nice having a bunch of different locks to show people. And that's just one of the ones I keep around for that. All right, let's go for an 1100. This is, why is this lock important to me? This is Lefthand Loki's first American 1100. If you know anything about Lefthand Loki, he's a fucking beast. He's an absolute beast of a lock picker. He's every Georgia gym, Lady Locks, anybody you guys know in the community who's a fucking top picker will tell you Loki's a beast. So he's one of my good friends. He's one of my mentors. He's helped me out a lot. Talk to him every day. And like I said, this was his first 1100, man. So, and when he sent it to me, it was kind of cool because when he got it and put it back together, he screwed something up. So I had to pick it and then gut it and then repin it to get it to work with the key. So it was kind of the first time I ever kind of problem solved a lock like that, you know. And it was kind of cool. Just a really neat lesson he sent me. And I picked it wrong. All right, try it again. Pops, how you doing, brother? Nice to have you in. Sorry, dude. I'm old. By the end of the day, sometimes it's hard for me to read the chat, and today especially. My eyes are really bad. God damn. Apparently my fingers are bad too. Or maybe I didn't. Oh, there we go. Fuck. Stupid goddamn lock. Oh, Pops, thanks, man. Hey, Pops, I'm 53, man. My body is failing. If I get a good day, it's a good day. No idea how long my body will let me pick locks and see shit like that. But I'm gonna get as much out of it as I can, you know. God damn it. This should be a quick pick. It should, the emphasis on should. What I should be doing. All right, where is it? Can I get a better turner? 30 thousandths is too light. All right, what I should be doing for my pickers in the house is going back to pin 4 and clicking that down. Then hitting 3 with a double click. And I'm going to go to 2. Kind of feels like a short spool. And then 1 to 1 click. And then I should go back to 5 and pop this bitch down and open the lock. Oh, yeah. There we go. See? Proof. Proof of life. All right. And again, that's the Lefthand Loki first 1100. That's why that one matters to me. We're going to roll on to Master Lock number 1. And when I got started with Mid-Made, Mr. Nola Southpaw sent me a batch of 1s and 3s to use to teach people how to pick and send around to pickers and vets. And so I still have one of the ones that he sent, but anytime I look at a 1 or a 3, I think of Nola. So gotta love that guy. He's a good cat. Oh, 98, man. That's kick-ass, man. I'm rooting for Grandma to get to 100, baby. I'm rooting for Grandma just as many days as she gets from here on out. Hope they're good. That's more important. Instead of worrying about more time, I'm worried about the quality of my time as each day becomes a battle. All right, we got a pin to set. That pin ain't set. Shit. Oh, there we go. Second pin to set. Something dropped. Well, son of a bitch. Oh, Pops, man. Good deal. What are you up to, brother? That's how easy it is if you just zip it sometimes. Zippity-doo-dah. Bottom of the keyway. But I pick European, so the bottom of the keyway is up top. Top's at bottom. I like to confuse people. Get in there with a nice shallow pick. And I'm going to hopefully be able to pop that out. Like I said, man, this is a lock from Mr. Nola Southpaw. Not the only lock he sent me. He sent me a big fucking batch of these and other stuff as well. But that's the first round of shit he sent to me, man. So that means something to me. This is, speaking of first round, man, Mr. Inferno. Where's his goddamn plate? It's somewhere around here. Fuck. Oh, there it is. Mr. Inferno sent me, it clears off a bridge of love locks because they're not supposed to be there. And so he works with the city. He ends up with a ton of locks, and he sent me a gigantic batch of love locks from that bridge. So, shit. I'm missing a turner. I need the in-between. So he sent me a big-ass batch, man, to help him start up Mid-Made. He's a vet himself. Vet. Good guy. Friend. Lock and locksmith mentor. Any spools? I'll jump on some spools in a minute. Not in this one. This is just standards. And it's just one of those already should have been open. Let me try a different pick. Well, the fucking Brinks is gonna beat me? God damn. That's humiliating. That's what happens if you don't pick these for a while, though. Or any kind of category of lock. God, fuck this stupid. Alright. Revert to the raking. And therefore, get the open. Oh, Nightmare, what's up, man? Delbert's in the house. Thank you for stopping by, brother. Definitely appreciate it. For shits and giggles, we're going to do this little double-bitted wafer sent to me by Nick Vitt, because we're talking favorite locks. I love kind of old Chicago's. Just one of those brands I really like. I love just the double-bitted keys, man. Like the old wafer locks, man. They're not terribly hard to pick. They're fun, though. And Nick Vitt, NIC_VT or VIT? No, VT. Great picker, challenge lockmaker, good instructor. Great guy. Very thankful he sent this to me. So, ground fog, what's up going on? That's not a real sentence. What's up with you? What's going on? I don't know what I meant to say. All right, I can't get in there on that. All right, that's better. All right, go up top. I can't help but zip. Adnan Turk, how you doing? Nice to have you stop by. Let's try this again. I'll just zip the bitch. Which I don't know how that hasn't worked already. My hands are clearly not working how I want them to work tonight. Tunisia. Oh, that's really cool, man. Hello, man. Welcome here. We're doing some lock picking, playing with some locks, playing with my favorite locks for a friend's 1,000 subscriber challenge giveaway. Well, I know this is close to being picked. Oh, and it's actually already picked. There you go. Yeah, if I tried to point out Tunisia on a map, I'd probably fail. All right, we're gonna try the. So we had a guy in the community, Parky. He passed away. Um, damn, like over a year ago. He's a great guy. He was a good friend, actually. Um, Especially one of my first friends in the community. So they did a memorial lock for him, and this is it. Apparently, I cannot get attention or into it. Damn you, Parky! All right, I'll try to get in there and rake this bitch. It is very, very high lifts. Actually, I need something with more lift and more poke. Come on. Parky's trying to screw me. Alright. We'll switch up. These have a magnetic handle on them. It's a bare handle pick like that. The plastic thing with the magnetic handles tend to pick up other shit. The only negative. Puck Farkinsons. Yeah, my brother. Our boy Parky. That's what this... Oh, shit. Come on, you goddamn lock. Our boy Parky. That's where he got his name. He was fighting Parkinson's. And he got Parkinson's, so he took up lock picking. How badass a move is that? He was Parkinson's picking and Park Street picking, but we knew him as Parky. He did logos and banners and intro opening things for people all over the lock sport community, which is pretty awesome. Alright, fuck it. Let me try picking it. I haven't even remotely tried this in a while. Like I said, it's all super high lifts. It's a bitch. Might not get it, which is fine. From back to front, because, well, every lock's different. So the best way here, let's show you. Fuck it. Let's go lesson. How do I do that so you guys can see it? So, get in there. Alright. So there's the inside of a lock. See if I can get attention. See the springs up top. And hold on. There we go. Alright. So there's a spring. There's your pin. There's your key pin down here. Here's your shear line. See where the circle thing moves. So this bottom pin has to move up enough so the bottom and top pin, the line between them, is on the shear line. It's a little bit below that, but And when you're doing it, it's not just so you can hit pin 1, it might not bind. So then you're gonna have to try pin 2, see if that binds. So see how that one stayed in place? It bound. See that part coming down is the bottom key pin, but that part is in place. So that one is correct. We've bound that pin. So what you do as you're going through it, oh shit, can't get the pick in there. All right, as you're gonna feel each pin. It's kind of a jiggle test. You're feeling for resistance. If there's no resistance, it's likely not going to bind. And then if there's a little bit, kind of jiggle, you just kind of go, and then you just start back at the front. Find a pin that will bind. So these are, I think it's 4 barrel pins and 2 standards in here. So now that hook might not be quite enough to get stuff up past the shoe line. Alright, so let's look. What's screwed up? So that one's not passed, that one's set. That one might be set or just kind of sitting there. So it looks like I'm stuck at the back. So I want to get back there. See if I get that hook to work. Well, I think I set it. The problem is when you set one pin, other things might drop. So you gotta go back through even if you set them already before. Ooh, there we go. Alright, now I set the back pin. It was not quite set. I could tell because I felt a little bit more movement on that. So now it looks like I've got to attack this set right here. Hopefully I can find something that works. And we have turned it. So that's the bottom of the keys, or bottom of the pins where they meet the key right there. You see we've turned the lock. Oh yeah, warding will drive you nuts, man. Let's go ahead and talk warding. So here's those are the same. Got same. Same. Apparently I have a lot of keys with the same wording. Alright, there's a couple. There's some different wording. So you got a little bit of nasty. See all the zigs and zags involved in that. And then that little bend and bend at the end. Well, we'll compare them that way. So you just have a lot of different variations involved in these things. There was that one. Then you have stuff like this that's pretty wide open. It's nice to pick. You gotta like that. Yeah, well, you gotta have a light hand to do some Euro slim hooks, though. The first picks I got a hold of, like kind of get into like slim Euro keyways. I bent the shit out of like in 2 moves. Definitely got to learn a light hand for doing that kind of shit. Alright, we'll see if we get into this. It's a nice little thumb turn. Picking. Well, tension too, but picking mostly. Because, so, alright, we'll show you here in a second. Alright. This might be a good one to kind of show you on. So, that pin goes straight up and down. If I have to push it all the way down, that little bit of wording is in the way. Just getting at the top of it, that little bit of wording is in the way. Now, I tend to kind of do kind of a swoop scoop to deal with those little bends. If I want to come straight up and down, I need a super thin pick. Because even though there is a gap between these two, or there might barely be a gap between these two, it's super thin. So instead of having something thin enough, because thin shit's going to bend like fuck, I want to get this down. See, right there, I can only go down that far. So if I want to get it farther, I got to work through the keyway. Now your various thicknesses and then your various shapes and heads to your picks, whether you got like a flat head, a round head, half diamond, and variations past that. So depending on the warding and the angles and the keyway, a different profile, a different pick might work better for getting through there. And that's why we have 400 picks, because there's an endless variety of keyways and wordings and things like that out there. So, and we like to play with these goddamn things. It's fun to grab one, see if you can get in it. Shit, where's my... The turner I need is the one I can't find at any given point. It's not that. It's not that. Did not... Oh, there it is. All right. So we're going to see if we can get into this. Oh, dimples. Yeah, dimples are fun. They're a different beast. So you got pin tumblers. You got, and that's the other thing about this. This is for multi-pick, it's a cutaway trainer, and that is my pin tumbler side. But it also comes with a dimple side that is also a cutaway. And the nice thing, it's got pins up top, so I can take out pins individually. I can change up the security pins in there, change up the pinning, pin it to a different key pretty easily. So it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Yeah, I love it, man. Again, DP Locksport sent that to me early on in my career. He really invested a lot into my channel, my journey. Good buddy, I really dig him for that. Oop. And this is, speaking of picks, profiles, wrong pick. This is a 15 thousandths gym hook. I don't use gym hooks very much. And I shouldn't be using this in this keyway because I don't want to bend the shit out of the pick. It's a much more open keyway. I can use a 19 thousandths. Alright, let's try that. Old Gray Hacker. What's going on? Vincent, what's up? Anybody in here that I did not catch? Hello. Said my eyes are bad at this point tonight. I got old eyes to begin with, and then I'm having a old eye night. It's all squints. I would not be able to drive right now. And I wish it was for drinking or something like that, you know. It's just being old. Doing something wrong. Often my biggest problem is that first pin behind the turner, I don't set right. Generally at some point in the process. I gotta go back to it and reset that shit. Stealth Rogue, I didn't even see you. I don't know who you are. Oh, fuck. Oh, this thing don't want to go. Fuck it. Well, to hell with that one, right? Let's go. Want to pick stuff I have fun picking, so let's go ahead and just do a little rake into this stupid block. It's I think it's a 530. Used to have the plastic coating on there. Yeah. Oh yeah, a better polished pick absolutely works better in a keyway. Rake, pick, whatever. The better polished your tool is, the better it's gonna work. Alright, that won't go in. That's the thick one. The fuck? What's going on? Oh, there we go. Right. Since it gave me trouble, let's give it trouble back. Let's see, not a slight bit. We'll go ahead and get in there with the old skull engraved Southern Specialties special city pick. Let's see if I can get this stupid lock. Oh, come on. Oh, that sucks. I was really expecting a lot more out of that. Alright, let's go traditional. Actually, my problem is I don't do this with the vise. I don't know why I'm trying to, so, alright, here we go. See? That's how I do them. Scabam. Go ahead and pick my favorite back up. Try that again. So, hitting this lock, so speaking of the keyway, I should be plunging kind of straight, but a little top heavy. As I get down to the bottom, I should twist a little bit into the keyway, lean back and pull up. That's how I get the perfect hit. Oop. Right there. I need to take up a new profession. Why? Why, Pat? Explain yourself. Oh, great. Thank you very much. And that's just the thing. Any of you pickers know if you have time to play with the lock and learn the lock and everything. That's why I know plunging into this, I'm most likely gonna. Ooh, shit. Wrong pick. Yeah, there we go. I need to get in there and kind of more lean back right off the bat, but there's a middle pin I gotta hit. So if I lean back too much, if I plunge too much forward, I overset. If I lean back too much on the way out, I don't hit that middle pin. So it's a combination of understanding the two parts of the stroke. Well, he shouldn't have gotten me started. You should not have gotten me started. Alright, let's go M5. A little master lock. It's a gritty and grimy one, which when they get weathered, they can get a little nastier. So, I'm gonna get my tension on. I'm not gonna do this stupid shit. I'm gonna keep my tension on. If I want to release my tension, great. Lighten my tension, great. Heavy my tension, great. Never release it. And there we go. Yeah, well, you do have to be careful because if you have tension on when you're plunging in, you're more likely to bend your pick, like slam into it, especially if you got spools or any kind of security pins. So you do have to have a lightness on your plunge in, but you always have to have contact in your tension. By releasing, it's feedback. It's just as important as with single pin picking. You never, when you're single pin picking, you never just take your finger off the tension and pick. It's not going to get you anywhere, and it's not going to give you any knowledge or feedback. So you got to continue to do that. Let's try that with a difference. I'll go in there with a little more of a Bogota. And then the nice thing about this is I can maybe rock it into place. If I feel like I got a lot of stuff close, I can give it a little more of a rock, and then that sharp peak just gives you a little more on the rock, just a little more ding, ding, ding. And then there's a Magnum M5. Let's give this guy a go. Yeah, I don't. What is somebody? You can hit it with a hammer on the side. He's still like, oh yeah, no. Well, they've done a little bit better with that. So I don't know. Do I have two different ones? Okay, yeah, actually. So you can see right there is a little bit of a wedge. Holds that into place, and down in here is a ball bearing. You can see on that cutout. So they changed from wedge to ball bearing to prevent shimming and some of the whack attack, the hammer attack. Actually, kind of through the 90s. So yeah, 70s, 80s, early 90s. If you just smacked this corner, and it honestly, it's not smacking the side. If you smack this corner on the top going down really hard, you'll pop that lock open really fast. I used to do the same thing. I had a misspent youth. Concussion attacks, because it's concussion. It's blowback on your hands. You can hurt your hand just by the just smacking two locks together. That impact transfers into your hands as well. And then you're just sitting there making noise and beating up a lock. If you want to keep your lock, then you don't want to just smash the shit out of it with another lock, you know. It's cool to do once or twice. It's one of those neat little things, but it only works on certain locks, and once you get into picking a little while, it doesn't work on the locks you're doing anymore. So it's just not a... Oh, see, I forgot for a moment until I felt it. So this one's more plunge down and come out leaning forward based on the bitting and the keyway. So pop in, plunge. Oh. Pop in, lean forward, and either drag out or pop in and just lean forward and pop the pin. You'll feel the difference when you're in there. Right there. Pop down and lean forward. Oop, it was a pop down. I had to give it a little bit of a drag up. So every time it's slightly different. I appreciate that. Yeah, well, no, actually, we gotta stop that shit. We gotta. There's a new champion in town. There's a new worst lock in town. Okay, it's the Brinks 164. It's worse than any master lock you've ever fucking heard of. I don't know if I can open it whacking it with another one or not, but I can open it without a goddamn turning tool. So this made up fucking thing acts as a goddamn key. And this is a hard one. So let's see if we can get this one. Again, no turning tool. Oh, come on, you stupid son of a bitch. Alright, I'm gonna go at it right. Bang. There we go. So we're gonna have to go ahead and change the fucking literature, because the worst lock in town is that stupid pretty bitch right there. That's what's going on. To other favorite locks, that's one of my favorite locks. I love 5200s. This one right here, I won the First in the Fortress contest with a 3.2 second open, I think. The lightweight division, the heavyweight division, I still wouldn't have opened that lock. It was a fucking Ingersoll with a Medeco core. Fuck that. Lefthand Loki won that division, though. Cheers up to my brother. Alright. I'm talking favorite locks a little bit. This trailer coupler, a Medeco. S Abloy. It's a 5-pin. It's got the shark finny fucking pins, or whatever the hell you call them. It is a pretty dope ass lock. It's fun as hell to rake open. Get in there and do that. The nice thing is because these pins are they're like a little fin on top, so they got to be turned to the right or middle to the left. So instead of just raking this way, moving pins up and down, I got to kind of turn back and forth this way so I can spin the pins back and forth as I'm doing it. God damn it. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, shit. That's just too thin. Let me try this one. And your turner matters, man. Like that little bit of difference from... Switch up your turner. Sometimes it'll get you that open. That's all I'm saying. Well, shit. Normally, I do pretty good on this. Although I didn't expect that thing to do it. Fuck. Alright, we're gonna try this one. 98 Pro, I got Orton. Yeah, it's honestly, man, the 98 Pros, dude, like the bidding matters more on those goddamn things than anything else that I've touched. Well, in the stuff that I play with. God, this is killing me. Normally I rake the fuck out of this lock. I haven't done it in a while, but alright, well, I'm not getting it. Tonight's not the night. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't think it did. It's generally, I assume anything with a ball bearing is not gonna. If it can't shim, it can't whack. Kinda is in my head. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's necessarily true across the board, but I don't care. I mean, like, I don't shim shit. I don't whack shit, man. Like, either rake it or bypass it or zip it or, well, I don't even bypass that much. Rake, zip, pick, hybrid pick. It's kind of my attack profiles. That's what I like to do with this shit. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was like, and that's the other part, man. These are fucking aluminum bodies, dude. If I sit here and whack these together, dude, it's just gonna be full of fucking dents and shit like that. It's like it's cool to find out if it works or to kind of find out exactly how to do it, but it's not something I'm gonna sit here and do every day at my desk. I'm gonna sit here and pick these locks every day. I'm gonna sit here and rake these locks every day, or try. I'm gonna sit here and take my handcuffs every day and give those a pick, like so. I'm also gonna take my handcuffs every day and shim them out with everyday items. Do I happen to have zigzag wrappers as an everyday item laying around all the time? Yes, I do. Can you do it while they're on your wrists? Yes, I can. So, what I've done, I've created an L down in there. That bottom part of the L is going to be the shim between the paw and the teeth. That part of the L is necessary to get it out of the way of my wrist so I can get the other part in place. Alright, now I'm sort of in place, but my bottom part of my L is a little short. So I gotta make sure I get it in there. Like that. Mic drop, baby. Alright, let's go ahead and pick real quick out of that. Nice little pick. AFP sentries. So the Peerless 700Cs. We can do a little fucking pick with those, right? Let's just put these fuckers on. And let's take a handcuff key tool. Nice little short fatty from Rockout the Lockout. I'm going to double lock these cuffs. There we go. And then I'm going to look around on my desk to see if there is... Alright, there we go. I have a busted piece of an oversized bobby pin. So, straight, bare hook up there, no hook down there. I'm going to use this. We're double locked. That's what we're doing. Those are cigarillos, which is a cheap ass cigar. Alright, so we have picked that double lock. Get in there and find the pawl, manipulate the pawl. It's always a two-part process. Pick the double, get in there, find the pawl, manipulate the pawl. Two-part process. They are used for that. It's legal in my state. Don't give me any shit. But those came out of my escape shim tool. Right there. That's what I was doing. Well, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Thank you very much. This is an impromptu live. I appreciate y'all stopping by. And originally, we started out to give some love to Lockpicking Hippie. Go check him out at Lockpicking Hippie. Sub him up. Great guy. Great energy. Just positive guy. He's a vet. He's in mid-made lock sport. He's one of the first people I started hanging out with in the lock sport community. Just awesome cat, man. So go check him out. Sub him up. I will talk to you all later. Probably see you tomorrow night, because I don't have shit to do all week. So we're going to do a lot more of this. Talk to y'all. Peace.